Hello friends, in this section we will explore filters in Photoshop. Filters are really very effective when it comes to photo manipulations. It helps you to provide built-in effects in your photographs or images. You can see we have an image. Now let's go to filter menu. Click it. Here you can see a lots of options. In this section we will explore everything. Let's explore filter gallery first. Click it and see our filter gallery window has opened. This is the preview window. Here at the bottom left you can see it's viewing 100%, but we want to check fit in view so that we can understand what's going on. Now beside this preview window we have lots of options. You can see a little arrow, right? If you click on it, it will expand, and if it's already expanded, if you click on it, it will collapse like this. So just click this texture. You can see there are various built-in effects. If you click on it, you can see the effect in the preview window here. So just click on it. See, it's taking effect slowly. See the effect. You can also change to grain, mosaic tiles, patchwork, stained glass. Then we have stylize, sketch, chalk and charcoal, only charcoal. Okay, so there are various options. You can play around with this stuff. Now on the right hand side, say we have implemented this charcoal, or you can say this halftone pattern, whatever, anything you can select. Okay, after you have selected an effect, on the right side you can see there are various other options which manipulate or can change the effect. Just increase or decrease this amount. You can see the effect. See its brightness. You can decrease the brightness. See, it's taking effect. Also you can increase it. Increase or decrease the fiber length. Let's check. See, for every effect we have these options where we can manipulate the effect. These are really very effective. You can understand, right? Whenever you are happy with the effect, click OK. You can see one thing, that the effect has been applied. There is no problem. But you cannot edit the effect, right? So this is a bit problem. In our next video, we will see how we can find the solution for this. So here I conclude this video. In our next video, we will see destructive versus non-destructive effects. Hello friends, now it's time to understand about destructive and non-destructive effects. You can see an image here where in our previous video we have implemented an effect, but there is no way we can manipulate or change the effect. We can go to history and we will go to where we have started. So that was our destructive effect. Now for creating non-destructive effect, we need to convert the layer to a smart object. You can do this in two ways. Means there are two ways of converting a layer to a smart object. One, by right clicking on the layer, then you will see an option convert to smart object. You can click it. Now your layer has been converted to a smart object. And also there is another way of doing it. Press Ctrl Z or Command Z to undo the change. The second way is go to filter menu and click convert for smart filters. It also do the same thing only. Now let's apply an effect. Go to filter menu, go to filter gallery, we'll click on fit in view. Okay, now we will apply an effect. By default it's grain because previously we have selected it. You can increase or decrease the contrast or intensity. We have seen this previously only. Now click OK. Now you can see that inside your layer we have sublist. Its name is Smart Filters, and under it we have Filter Gallery. Double click it. Now here you can change the effect. Decrease the contrast, decrease the intensity, like this, and click OK. You can see the change, isn't it? So before applying an effect, make sure you convert that layer to smart object. This will make life much easier, believe me. And you can also understand, right? In our next video, we will explore this blur and distort inside filters. Okay? Hello friends. In this video, we will explore blur and distort effects. Just go to blur and you will see there are various options. We don't use all of this, but there are some useful blurs which we use in our daily life. Let's check the Gaussian blur. It's very popular. You will see why. So just click it. And you can notice one thing, that I have done a blunder. You can think, right? Yes, I did not convert the layer to a smart object. So let's do this. Click on cancel. Come here, convert to smart object. So now it's a smart object. Now let's go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Here you can notice the preview. Minimize it a little bit so that you can see what's going on. See? This much is okay. This is how you can create blur background. Nowadays, blur backgrounds and polygon backgrounds are really very popular, isn't it? Now you can design an app here like this. Okay, then here you can write anything, say name. Let's change the color of this. Let's decrease the opacity here, and now you can write, say, email. Means you can provide a login credentials, then submit, like this. Okay, so this is the Gaussian blur effect. See, you can deselect it. Okay, now it's gone. Now let's check some other blurs. See, motion blur. In motion blur we have some options, angle and distance. You can see the angle is 54 degree. See, It's like this, slanting. Increase the distance. Increase. If you increase this, see what happens. See, you can notice, isn't it? So you can create really awesome effects using these blurs. Click OK, and we will also deselect it. Now there is radial blur also. Click it to see what it is. You can see the preview here, what it will happen. Okay, there is two options, spin, zoom. Means inside that blur method we have two options, spin. If you click spin, you will get this kind of effect. If you click on zoom, you will get a zoom effect. Then there's quality, draft, good, best. Click on the best only. Click on zoom. Now increase the amount or decrease the amount to see the effect. Now click on OK. You can see the effect. Okay, so just deselect it. So okay, we have checked radial blur, motion blur, Gaussian blur. Now let's check these three, field blur, iris blur and tilt shift. Let's check field blur. You can apply all the effects here. See, there is field blur, iris blur, tilt shift all in one. And here is the preview. Increase the blur effect. See, like this. This is the field blur. Okay. Then we have the iris blur. Just deselect this field blur. Okay. Then we have this iris blur. Except the center one, it blurs all the surroundings. See? Like this. So Photoshop has many built-in effects which you can use in your daily projects. Just experiment with all of this so you will get to know about all of this better. You will understand all these things in a better way. Usually I use that Gaussian blur, radial blur and motion blur. Okay, click cancel. Okay, so we have seen field blur, iris blur, tilt blur, then Gaussian blur, motion blur, radial blur. Gaussian blur and motion blur are really very popular. The most popular one is the Gaussian blur and others are similar only. See, average blur. It is not giving you an option, means you have no control over it. So I don't like it very much. And then we have this only blur. This one also we don't have that much control over it. Okay, so these are blurs. Now we have distort. Let's experiment all of this. Click on zigzag. See, here you can see the preview. See, it's like water ripple effect or something like that. You can increase or decrease the amount. Pond ripples, see, style. Here you have three options: pond ripples, out from center or around center. I think pond ripples look much better than the others. But it really depends on your photo manipulation, means what you want to implement in your photographs or your images, like that. Okay, click on OK to see the effect. See, like this. Now we can deselect it and we can move forward. Let's check this wave. See, the wave window has popped up and you can see the preview here. See, we have number of generators. You can increase or decrease. See, it's distorting, isn't it? And also we have the type, sine, triangle, square, like this. Then we have the wavelength. You can increase or decrease to check which one is favorable for you, for its means for your photo manipulation. Then we have the amplitude. Just play around with all of this to make yourself familiar with these effects. Then we have the scale option. Click on OK to see the effect. Square seems more interesting. Oh, okay. Let's uncheck it. Now let's move on to twirl. Make it fit to the window so we can see it. Means we can see that what is happening there. See, it seems like you can create a whirlpool or something. Click on OK to see the effect. See, so these are really very interesting, isn't it? Photoshop gives you a lot of options to manipulate your photographs, isn't it? Then we have this shear, spherize, ripple effect is also there, and also you can increase or decrease the amount. Let's make it fit to the window, and we can check what's happening there. So we have option to change the size. We can select small, medium, large, like this. It seems pretty weird. I don't know why. Because it's weird, I guess. Okay. So these are some built-in effects which you can provide to your photo. So let's uncheck it. See, it's looking like you are looking through a glass, right? So here I conclude this video. I hope that you have learned about filter gallery, blur, distort, and make sure you check this Gaussian blur because it is really very helpful in your daily life. And distort, these are also really very helpful, but not all. So in our next video we will explore these filters, noise and pixelate. Hello friends, in this video we will explore noise and pixelate filters. Noise is really helpful in your project because it adds some kind of texture to your image. For illustrating this, let's click on Add Noise. See, this window has popped up with the name Add Noise. Now here we have some options, amount and distribution. You can increase the amount to see what's happening. You can see that it creates some kind of texture, isn't it? So don't overdo this, limit this amount, and also you can check uniform or Gaussian distribution. Once you are happy, click OK. But before clicking OK, let's make sure that this is a smart object. Convert to smart object. Now again go to filter, noise, add noise, make it Gaussian or uniform, whatever you want, and then click OK. See, some kind of texture has been added to your image. Deselect it because we need to explore some other noises also. Despical, click on it to see what it does. See, you have no control over it. It's already been added here, but you cannot change the effect. Means in other cases where you can manipulate or change the effect, but here you don't have that control, so I don't like it very much. Let's explore other noises. Dust and scratches. It will create some kind of dust and scratches to your image. We have two options, radius and threshold. Play around with these stuffs. You can see what's happening. Let's increase the threshold to see what's happening here. You can see these dust. Okay, so that's why the name dust and scratches. I have never used this that much, but I find the noise much helpful than all of this. And also you can use this median. See, this one is also cool, isn't it? Click OK to see the effect. Okay, now let's uncheck it. And then we have reduce noise. This will reduce the amount of noise in your image. We have many options. Strength, you can increase or decrease the strength. Then we have the option preserve details. Okay, reduce color noise, sharpen details. You can see the effect. Click on OK to see the effect. Now just deselect it. So that was noise. Now let's come to pixelate. Let's check this color halftone. See, this window has been popped up. Color halftone. It is asking for you the maximum radius and asking you these angles: channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4. Okay, these are the angle in degrees. So you can play around with this. Maximum radius 8 pixel, or say, okay, make it 19 or 20, whatever you want. You can see the effect. Since this is a smart object, you can manipulate this also. Maximum radius, make it 90 pixel. Click on OK. You can see this effect. So let's uncheck it, or for now make it checked only. Now let's go to crystallize. Check it. You can see the preview here. Minimize it. It is asking you for the cell size. You can increase or decrease to see the effect. What's going on here, right? Just click OK. See, these are really very interesting, isn't it? I can spend whole day experimenting these stuffs. Even I have done when I have started using this Photoshop for designing. Let's deselect this crystallize. Okay, now we have this only halftone. Then we have some other options. Mosaic. You can see the effect, what it is doing. Click OK to see the effect. So these were noise and pixelate. Inside pixelate, this crystallize, mosaic, these are really very useful, and also this color halftone. And inside noise, this add noise. Actually, I find these things useful. It actually depends on what effect you want to implement in your image. Okay, so that's it for this video. In our next video, we will explore this render, sharpen and stylize. Hello friends, in this video we will see these three options: render, sharpen and stylize. Let's see render. Check this clouds. See, it has created a cloud for you, but it's green, isn't it? You can ask why green and white. It works using the foreground color and the background color. Let's make this yellow color. Now, again go to Filter, Render, Clouds. You can see that now it has become yellow. Make this blue. Go to Filter, Render, Clouds. You can see that you have created a sky, isn't it? Okay. Now we have render difference clouds. See, you will get the same effect if you press Ctrl I here. Alert, if you click Ctrl I or Command I, it will invert the color and it will give you the same effect as rendering clouds was giving. See, now again you press Ctrl I or Command I, you will get that difference cloud effect. See, okay. Then we have fibers. You can increase or decrease. You'll get this effect. Then we have render lens flare. It's like shining effect, okay. Increase or decrease the brightness to see the preview here. Click on OK to see the effect. See, not only one, you can give another lens flare also. Go to render, click on lens flare and click and drag on a different position. Okay, increase or decrease the brightness like this. You can also select any lens type and then click OK. See, a lens flare has been created for you, isn't it? Then we have the lighting effects. This is really very awesome. Just click it and you will see a window with the preview and some other options. Now you can see various options and also this effect. Okay, just click and drag here. You can scale this a little bit, and here we have various options. Color, intensity, means here is the intensity. You can increase or decrease the intensity. Okay, you can choose a different color, say red, like this, and hotspot. See, just drag it here and there and you will understand. And also we have this colorize effect. Make it green. Make this green also. Okay. And we have this metallic effect, gloss effect, but that's okay. Then we have this texture. Increase or decrease the height to see the effect. You know what? It works better with clouds effect. Just press cancel. Now we'll come to render, filter, render. We'll select clouds. Now we'll go to filter, render, lighting effect. See, it seems like some kind of ghost or something, isn't it? You can increase or decrease the ambience or ambience, whatever you can say. Increase or decrease the metallic, red, green, blue. I think for this red gives much more depth. You can decrease the height, see the effect. It's really very interesting, isn't it? So just play around with these. Now click on OK. See the effect. It's dangerous, isn't it? Oh, it's scary. Okay. So it was render. Then we have sharpen. This is nothing. It sharpen your images. Now we have selected the smart sharpen. Okay. Here in the preview window you can see it increase the sharpness of your images, reduce the noise, or you can okay. Then we have the shadow or highlights, fade amount. You can play around with this stuff to see. Then we have highlights, tonal width, radius. Okay. Inside sharpen we have sharpen edges. See, you have no control over it. It is one of the built-in function. I like to have some options to play around with the effect. So these are sharpen, render. Okay. Now we have stylize. In our layers section we have discussed various styles which you can provide, right? Now inside stylize also you can provide some other styles. Click on tiles. Number of tiles, let's increase the number of tiles. Click on OK. See, it's adding a number of tiles to your images. Okay. Press Ctrl Z or Command Z to undo the effect. Then we have this wind effect. See, you have the direction from the right or from the left. Method wind, blast or stagger. Okay, whichever you like or whichever is suitable for your image. Click on it and then click OK, and you will see the effect. So these are very interesting effects which you can explore and just practice around with these stuffs. So here I conclude the tutorial section in this part. In our next video we are having some projects. One thing I will recommend, first you become familiar with all of these filters and stuff, then try to implement those effects and then try to do the projects by yourself. Means first try to do. If you can't, then anytime you can come here and check the video. This is how you can practice. You know, there is a proverb which I have mentioned earlier also. Practice makes a man perfect. So that's it. Okay, so our first project is creating stem. So let's dive into our next project, creating stem. Hello friends, in this project we will create a stem of a tree. Go to filter and select this Liquify. I know that I haven't mentioned Liquify before, but this is the thing which will help you in creating a stem. First, create a rectangle like this. You can change the color, of course. We will use this color. Now we will go to filter. Before that we will make it smart object and then we'll go to filter. We will select Liquify. Okay, so it is a brush based effect, you can say. Click at a point and drag. Click at a point and drag. Click at a point and drag. See, now it's looking like stem of a tree, isn't it? It's really very interesting. You can increase or decrease the brush size. You can also change the pressure. Okay, and when it's done, click OK. For me, I think it's done. If you want to add some branches, you can do that also. For me, it's okay, I guess. Okay, here we have other options: push left, hand tool. Now whenever you are happy, click OK, and you can see it has been implemented here. So we have drawn the stem of a tree. Now of course you can provide some leaves here. You can ask how. Create a new layer, go to brush, select scattering, and play around with the count. Decrease the brush size by using the left bracket. We will choose green color, and now we will paint. Okay, and again you can change the color, dark green. Reduce the size of the brush like this, and add something like this, right? Like this. Okay, so we have drawn a tree. Okay, so here I conclude this project. In our next project, we will create cloud effect. I know that in this section I have already mentioned how you can create cloud. So I guess that you already know by now how you can create cloud. So here I conclude this project. Hello friends, in this project we will create a cloud effect. So let's select cloud color, which is this type of blue, isn't it? Now go to filter, render, clouds, and we can see it's a sky over here, isn't it? You can again render clouds to play around with it, and you can see that its shortcut is Control F. Okay, means it's repeating the effect which you have already done. So Control F or Command F. Once you are happy, you are done. So you have created clouds, isn't it? And also you can, as I have told you, you can press Ctrl I. It will inverse the cloud effect, which means it's difference clouds. Again press Ctrl I, Ctrl F or Command F, Ctrl F, Ctrl F. Okay, once you are happy, you are done. Okay, so that's it. I know that many of you already know how to do this, And also in our previous videos I have mentioned how to create clouds using this simple filter. Go to render and click clouds, that's it. But here I have mentioned again because it is one of the effect which you may find helpful in your future for creating projects or something. Okay, in our next project we will create a rain effect. Hello friends, in this project we will create a rain effect. You can see we have a picture. Here we will provide a rain effect. Okay, select this blue, create a new layer, come to filter, render, clouds. Again go to filter, render, fibers this time. Just play around with the vibrance and strength. Once you are happy, click OK. Now come to filter, this time blur, and check motion blur. See, it is good, isn't it? Okay, once you are happy with the effect, click OK. Now decrease the opacity of this layer. See, create some copies of the layer. Now except for this layer, make a group, press Ctrl G for grouping, and we will click on multiply, and of course you can decrease the opacity a little bit. So it's raining, isn't it? Give this man an umbrella, he really needs it. Okay, so this is how you can create rain effect inside Photoshop. Here I conclude this section. I hope that you have learned a lot of stuff from this section. In our next section, we will see how we can work with grids, guides, and rulers, and how these are essential for creating pixel perfect designs.